Almost forgot the coffee. Yep, hair's still looking crazy, so. Hey, conscious entrepreneurs, conscious creators, and conscious leaders. This is Peter here, back for another video. So, once again, I am just recording a series of videos, putting out what I can based on all of my past knowledge, wisdom in relation to my entrepreneurial journey, just to inspire those who are coming behind me. As I always mention, I'm a strong proponent and supporter of coaches, mentors, consultants, advisors, because when I was just starting my entrepreneurial journey, I wish that I was in touch with a mentor that had just blazed a trail for me where I'm going. And that is just to the new earth. But I mean, given that all of this is happening within our lifetime, I guess that would have been a little bit difficult. Today's video, I'm going to talk about what it means when somebody says, raise your vibration. We hear that a lot. Some of us do anyway. If you're just sort of joining the circles of awakenings, then that's going to be something that's new for you. But what does it actually mean when somebody says, raise your vibration? So, the vibration, everybody is vibrating at some level. Everything around us is vibrating at some frequency, okay? All the way down to and I'm not saying that I'm a quantum physicist. I'd say I'm a student of quantum physics because I find it extremely fascinating when I just started to come across it. But at an atomic level, and that being an atom, everything is made up of atoms, and everything is vibrating. If you look at this wonderful plant behind me that hopefully it's never going to eat me, but this wonderful plant behind me is also made up of a whole bunch of atoms, and these atoms are all vibrating at this certain rate where it's all coming together to form this plant. And so what that means is each one of us, we're all vibrating as well. So you may have heard the sayings like attracts like. What that actually means is, very simply, we attract what we put out. So we can attract positive things, we can attract negative things, but the point is that we're always attracting something into our lives at every point. So the idea would be just to attract things that we would ideally love, right? As opposed to things that we simply do not love. It's very much possible to attract things that we don't love. I was attracting things that I didn't love for the longest time because I didn't understand. I didn't know about these types of universal laws and principles. But ultimately, it all comes down to feeling and how we're feeling at a given moment. So if we're feeling very low vibe, then we're going to continuously attract low vibe things, low vibe people, low vibe circumstances into our lives. And likewise, when we are vibrating high, we're going to attract high vibing things, high vibing people, high vibing circumstances, high vibing things into our lives as well. So we want to just do what we can. I mean, if you want to attract good things into your life anyway, you want to just keep a high vibration. So that way you can keep attracting these high vibe things. So I'm gonna just go over 3 of my top ways that I am just constantly attracting what I want into my life. Of course, that's not to say that I don't attract things that I don't want. I'm still a student of these laws as well. And of course, given the circumstances around us with we're being bombarded with news about the Rona, and then we're being bombarded with bad news that's coming out through the media nonstop. That's another story. I'm not going to even get into it on this channel here. But we are in quite a we're in circumstances where it's almost like weather in a way. So how do we stay high vibe when we have circumstances of just low vibrational types of activities that are happening outside of us. That's the challenge, and that's really, I would say, in a very significant way, one of the reasons why we exist, esoterically speaking. But let's look at how we can actually just maintain a higher frequency. And I'm gonna give you my three ways that I help to do that. And that's not to say, once again, that we're not going to go a little bit low sometimes. But the idea is that we need to also make sure that we just don't stay low and that we're moving up as well. And when we notice that we have gone low, sometimes depending on what we're going through, it feels, comfortable to just exist in that sort of low vibe frequency. But that shows that we have some work to do in that area. And if you're wanting to just move ahead in life with your business, then you want to not just sort of like bathe in that. You want to be able to just pull yourself out of that and move up to the next levels of your vibration so that you can continue on with whatever it is that you're wanting to attract and to build. So here's my top 3 ways that I keep my vibe relatively high throughout the day. Number 1 is I practice meditation regularly, and I'm not like a yogi. I have very little, I would say, discipline to just sit somewhere very quietly for a prolonged period of time. I think at this stage, probably the longest that I can go is about like maybe a half an hour to 45 minutes. And that's what I do in the mornings. And for me, the practice is always about just working to just maintain that at a minimum, but also to increase that over time as well. If I'm feeling very low vibe, then what I will do is I'll go and I'll do a more intense meditation, not one where I'm just sitting silently, but I'll actually go and I'll play an audio meditation, and there's a ton of them out there. One of my favorite dudes that is always just leading the charge in this area, his name is Aaron, and Aaron does incredible work around meditation, specifically for and just increasing frequency, raising your vibration. So I'm gonna leave his info down below, because that's helped me to get me out of like really low vibe states before very quickly. And if you practice that over time, like if you just pick one meditation, especially if it's a guided one, and then you use that over a prolonged period of time, 21 days minimum. Ideally, you want to go up to like 30 days, 60 days of the same one. You are recalibrating your mind to keep that, whatever that is, whatever meditation that you're practicing. So I highly recommend that if you're feeling super low vibe. Number 2 is that I cut out as many low vibe things from my life as possible, and I'm constantly doing that as well. That is, it can be, low vibe places that I might frequent or used to frequent. They might be low vibe people that I used to hang around with, or who would be in those types of low vibe places. Number 3, cutting out as much as you can with of the low vibe foods. That's what I've been doing over the years as well. Low vibe foods are ones that are very just heavy. They're overly processed. Basically, you want to just, for me, I'm moving to foods that are just higher in energy, higher in oxygen, light energy, and that's basically just eating as close to nature as possible is the bottom line. So, whatever types of veggies, fruits, organic foods as well. If you're still eating meat, organic meats as well, because the more that you can keep it to nature and from its original form. I'm not saying to eat any kind of like raw meat by any means, unless you feel like it. But eating as close to nature as possible is going to It's going to have that life force energy in it, and that's going to help keep you at a higher frequency, as opposed to something that's been processed and overly processed, that is very low frequency and can contribute to you having a lower vibrational type of experience. Obviously, cutting out things as much as possible, like any kind of chemicals, stimulants, even alcohols, as much as possible. Not saying that you have to cut it completely out, but just know that when you do these types of, or you partake in these types of substances, then they do bring us up. Oh, sorry, they bring us up for a little while, but ultimately they'll bring us down, and then we need to work our way up again. I certainly like my drink every now and then. I'll even have like an occasional cigarette here and there, and I'll regret it after because it'll taste so disgusting these days, because I used to smoke a long time ago. But I get it, like these things are sort of like just social little vices, but they do keep us at a certain frequency, which keep us from wanting to manifest and attract what it is that we're trying to attract. Okay, number 3 is the most pivotal for me, and that is keeping a gratitude mindset. So the power of gratitude is not something to just sort of, brush off. I believe, and many others believe it as well, that it is a very significant, very profound type of thing. I first heard about the power of gratitude through Tony Robbins. And it was before Tony Robbins, where, I'd hear people talk about gratitude, being grateful, yada, yada. And I'm like, yeah, I get it. Okay, I am grateful. But no, it's actually a thing. And the more that you can train your brain to live in a state of gratitude perpetually, that's when you're going to see the magic happen. Gratitude is sort of like, if I can just give an analogy, it would be sort of like being in a dark place, completely dark, sort of like, just say you're in a very dark room, it's cold, you can't see shit in front of you, but when you flick a match and then you just can see the entire room light up, that is the power of gratitude. So to be able to just master this gratitude mindset, it's a constant daily practice. I use gratitude journaling, and I just very simply write down the 3 things that I'm the most grateful for every single day. When I find myself going to a low vibrational state, my mind can immediately just go to something that's in my vicinity, and then I can say, but I'm grateful that I have this, I'm grateful for this, I'm grateful that I've achieved this. Straight away, my mindset goes into a higher level, a higher frequency mindset, where then I can continue on with my path and what it is that I'm trying to do, as opposed to if something brings me down, I stay down, and once again, I'm attracting things that I don't want to be attracting. So it's taken a while for me to just build the habit, and gratitude is a habit. It is a skill, just like happiness. Happiness is a skill as well. It just makes you more durable. It makes you more resilient. It makes you just better able to not only just cope, but to actually thrive in your current circumstances, or what you're actually going through every single day. So those are my top 3 things. Just having a regular meditation practice, so that you can always just stay calm, mind your vibe, and then just be able to maneuver that quite easily. Number 2 is just cutting out as many low vibe things as possible. So places, people, foods, any kind of substances, and just really being conscious around, being conscious about the vibe, about your vibe and about your energy, because you really want to protect that, so that you can just have the very best to apply to anything that you're working on. And then, of course, number 3 is just having and just developing this gratitude mindset. And that is about creating habits and just creating the skills around gratitude. You can do that through journaling. I think that's the most effective way, in my opinion, because especially when you're writing it down, there's a science between when you're actually writing in a journal as opposed to just typing something in your phone. because of the connection between your brain and also the pen to paper. I'm not sure if that applies or not to just writing it down in your iPad with your, iPen or iPencil. But I know for sure, at least for me personally, when I'm actually writing something down on paper, then there's definitely that brain to pen sort of coherence. It does seem to work for me. It programs my brain. So just developing whatever habit it is with the intention of gratitude behind it, whether that's journaling or just stating out affirmations into the mirror every single day, but have some sort of a daily practice of gratitude so that you can develop that gratitude mindset. That to me, it has been huge. All right, so that is it for today. I hope that helps. I just wanted to put out there how important it is to just mind your vibration and keep a high vibration, especially in times like these, because number one, it's going to assist you with creating what it is that you would truly like to create. And then number two, you're also going to just start to create those ripples of just high vibration out from you as well to everyone else. And Lordy knows we can all use it right now. So if you like this, please give it a like. Let other people see it. That definitely helps. And then if you want to see more, of course, go ahead and subscribe. And then that's it. We'll see you on the next one. Take care. Ciao. Bye-bye.